It is Wednesday, May the 28th. This is The Warning. They are laughing at Donald Trump in Moscow. And by they, I mean Putin's propaganda machine. They are stating hilariously the obvious, which is that Donald Trump, fearful though the Democrats may be of him, fearful though the MAGA Republicans may be of him, abroad, internationally, he is a laughingstock. Let's watch.
You've seen what happened when Europe opened their doors to jihad. Look at Paris. Look at London. They're no longer recognizable. And I'm going to get myself into a lot of trouble with the folks in Paris and the folks in London. But you know what? That's the fact.
Now, Donald Trump came into office making a lot of promises. You might recall that he said he would have peace worked out between Russia and Ukraine. What was it? In an hour, a day, a week, a month? Well, here are the headlines from around the world. This is what Donald Trump's peace initiatives have wrought. The pattern by now is utterly familiar. Donald Trump blusters. He postures. He makes up things. He asserts. He decrees. He blusters some more, and then he backs down over and over again. The Chinese tariff war and surrender. The declaration of trade wars on the whole world, and then, of course, the surrender. The latest threats against the EU, and then the surrender. And, of course, the threats against Canada, and then the backing down and the surrender, and on it goes. The president cannot be trusted. Donald Trump cannot be counted on, which means the president of the United States can neither be trusted nor counted on in a dangerous world. And so the French know that he's a laughingstock. The Germans know he's a laughingstock. And most dangerously, the Russians know he is a laughingstock. Elon Musk spent $300 million electing Donald Trump. Within hours of his being elected, he gave 3 Nazi salutes. Elon Musk, a couple months later, is now denouncing Donald Trump for his large deficit spending. Everything that Donald Trump says is a lie. He has no ability to commit to a course and stay on it. It's inherently and deeply the reason why he is so weak, so feeble. Now, what Trump does in the United States, which is severed from the rest of the world, fenced in by our idiotic media and cable news industrial complex, covers Trump like he is the American Führer, like he is all powerful. Each day, questions are posed to him in the Oval Office, pondering, is this legal? Is this lawful? Does this contradict what you said 5 minutes ago? And with each ridiculous question, there is an answer more ridiculous given. And all of it is based on the deep lie that Trump has the power under law to do much of all of the things that he's doing, and he does not. Donald Trump is lawless. Donald Trump is incompetent. Donald Trump is weak. Donald Trump contradicts himself 15 different times a day. Whether it's his war on Harvard, his war on due process, his war against the integrity of the armed forces, his vanities, his narcissisms, his insanities are all accumulating. They are all adding up. And the emperor is wearing no clothes. He stands naked in front of every leader in the world, except for the leaders of Fox News, except for Mike Johnson and the capitulant, disgraceful Republican Congress. Now, these people fear Trump, those, of course, that just don't simply worship Trump, part of a new faith that has supplanted a faith in the Constitution, in the American way of life, in the rule of law, in the idea that all of us at the moment we are born are equal, made so by a creator, and that we share liberty and rights that are not granted by a king, nor can they be taken away by a government. Not Trump's government, not the one bought for him by Elon Musk, not the one being vandalized by Doge, not the one that is held hostage by Mike Johnson's corruption and religious insanities. Donald Trump is supposed to be a servant of the American people, whom we give vast power but limited powers to for a temporary season, bestowing the highest honor that the citizenry can bestow on another citizen, the title of President of the United States, which obligates the person who takes the 35-word oath to preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States. And Donald Trump has set about to shatter that, to break it, so that he may rule by decree. He may pick every winner and loser in the economy. All of these deals that he's talking about are nonsense. There is no $1 trillion of Saudi factories coming. There is no trillions of dollars of Qatari investment coming. It's a chimera, a ruse. There may be deals for the Trump organization. There may be new hotels in Riyadh, maybe a new Bitcoin, maybe 5, maybe new documentaries from Jeff Bezos for Melania, 38 million in her pocket, but nothing for ordinary Americans. Nothing at all. And that Trump lie that he told is being seen for what it is all over the world, including here in America, but more slowly here than in other parts of the world, where everybody looks at the great American wizard of idiocy, our Donald of Oz, with wonder in their eyes. How could the world's most powerful nation, the leader in entrepreneurship and imagination, the leader in science, the leader in engineering, the leader in discovery, decide to turn its government over to vandals who drove it into a brick wall so fast and so hard that it literally shattered the forward and upward progress of human civilization? We have seen in these last months the horrid, immoral spectacle of the world's richest man given a license by the most powerful to kill the most vulnerable and the poorest in an act of unprecedented American evil in the 21st century. It is profound. It is deeply disturbing, this denunciation of everything that the country is supposed to stand for and believe in. But Donald Trump every day is seen more clearly, and he's seen more clearly by the Russians, who know he is a clown. And the Russians love their circuses, and what they see in Washington is an American circus. And standing in the center ring is the grandest clown who has ever held power in the mightiest republic in the history of Earth. What a tragic era, and a dangerous one. But understand this, though the American media can't see it, we may get a book about it in a couple years' time. There's nobody more incoherent, weaker, incompetent than Donald Trump. He's an imbecile's idiot and an idiot's imbecile. There are no words, but we can share some of his to understand they are utterly meaningless, which is why the Russians have made the whole world laugh by telling the simplest truth there is to tell about Donald of Mar-a-Lago. If you don't like his bluster now, well, just like the weather in South Florida, wait a moment or two. It'll change. I'm Steve Schmidt. This is The Warning. I invite you to join this community where I promise to be honest, blunt, and direct about what is happening in this country. America is in crisis. Follow and subscribe to this channel and on Substack. Thank you.